কি করেন? আপনার মায়না দেয় ওই গরিব কৃষক, আপনার মায়না দেয় ওই গরিব শ্রমিক, আপনার সংসার চলে ওই টাকায়, আমি গাড়ি চলি ওই টাকায়, আমরা ওদের টাকায় ওদের সম্মান করে কথা বলে।
বঙ্গবন্ধু শেখ মুজিবুর রহমানকে অশেষ ধন্যবাদ জানাই সত্য কথা ফাঁস করে দেওয়ার জন্য। তিনি বলেছেন যে যত সরকারি কর্মকর্তারা আছেন তাদের বেতন দেয় ওই গরিব কৃষক এবং শ্রমিকরাই। ওই গরিব কৃষক এবং শ্রমিকরাই সরকারি কর্মকর্তাদের সংসার চালায়।
What is the economy and what is not the economy? Learn economy for free. Watch the video until the end. What is the real economy and what is not the real economy? Is it paper money? Is it gold? Let's get started. I am the world Amazon Party President. You can learn the secret of the economy from me. Whenever you talk about the economy, you have to mention GDP, gross domestic product. Gross domestic product is a monetary measure of the market value of all the final goods and services produced in a year by a country or countries. GDP is most often used by the government of a single country to measure the real economy. Whenever you talk about the economy, you have to mention politician. Number one are the politicians of a country, because they act more like kings. They can do whatever they like without the public's permission. Number two is gold.
He asked to have a look inside, but again, due to security reasons, they only open their doors to dignitaries like the Queen. The thing though is that Britain doesn't own most of this gold. It doesn't mine it or produce it. And yet, when it leaves the country, it looks on the surface like a UK export. That's because Britain...
Number three is oil ring, the black gold. The black gold. Number four is manufacturing all kinds of products such as electronics products, computers, mobile phones, cloth, hardware products, car manufacturing, airplane manufacturing, etc. Number five are nuclear bombs and arms, and this should not be the economy. Many countries, this is not the economy. Only certain country. Number six is services. Number seven is education. Let's watch what is the real father of education are saying. Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak are great and genius people. Politicians never used their computer technology in the education system. Politicians used storage and dark ages dead books education system. Now in the AI age, that book should not be used anymore for education to prevent scams. Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, Elon Musk, and Warren Buffett are great and genius. They are super farmer. I, a computer programmer, always respect them. Let's watch what they are saying about education.
17 years later, I did go to college. But I naively chose a college that was almost as expensive as Stanford. And all of my working-class parents' savings were being spent on my college tuition. After 6 months, I couldn't see the value in it. I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life, and no idea how college was going to help me figure it out. And here I was, spending all the money my parents had saved their entire life. So I decided to drop out and trust that it would all work out okay. It was pretty scary at the time, but looking back, it was one of the best decisions I ever made. The minute I dropped out, I could stop taking the required classes that didn't interest me and begin dropping in on the ones that looked far more interesting. It wasn't all romantic. I didn't have a dorm room, so I slept on the floor in friends' rooms. I returned Coke bottles for the 5-cent deposits to buy food with. And I would walk the 7 miles across town every Sunday night to get one good meal a week at the Hare Krishna temple. I loved it.
So I became non-political. Vietnam War played a part in that. I don't have time to get into what influenced me then. But politics, I couldn't believe that I could ever vote for anyone and it would really change my life. How good of a home do I have? So I would never vote. And I never voted in my life for president until the last election I did. And I didn't have any direct religion in my life. Of course, I explored it in early college years. Explored religion, but I decided religion was about being a good person. And my God, I knew I had a brain. I could make myself a good person. So my God is a little part of my brain. And I came up with a lot of things that sound like religion, like if somebody's bad to me, I'm good to them. That's an important concept in life. And how do you be good? First of all, don't force your values on other people, even your own children. Let them grow up like I did, free to meet their friends and choose their ways in life and their own values. My daughter Sarah was, her college decision came. She was an A+ student, all the way, national athlete. Schools from across the country sent recruiters to recruit her to our house. And she was accepted by Ivy League schools at the top of her list. And then athletic schools like Florida. And then University of Colorado, because I spoke of it highly. And then Northern California schools, including Cal. And the bottom of her list, Southern California schools, UCLA and USC. UCLA is a sister school. It's not a rival like Stanford. And anyway, I just told her. I said I was so glad about her great college acceptances, and I told her I was a little surprised the Southern California schools were at the bottom of her list because college is the most fun 4 years of your life. And you want to be among people you'll have fun with, people with similar personalities. And I told Sarah that she had a Southern California personality. So I was just surprised it was the bottom of her list. I didn't try to influence her. A week later, she chose UCLA, and it was the right decision forever for her.
There's no need even to have a college degree at all, even high school. If somebody graduated from a great university, that may be an indication that they would be capable of great things, but it's not necessarily the case. If you look at, say, people like Bill Gates, Larry Ellison, Steve Jobs, these guys didn't graduate from college. But if you had a chance to hire them, of course, that would be a good idea. So, just looking just for evidence of exceptional ability, and if there's a track record of exceptional achievement, then it's likely that that will continue into the future. You don't need college to learn stuff, okay? Everything is available basically for free. You can learn anything you want for free. It is not a question of learning. So I think colleges are basically for fun and to prove you can do your chores, but they're not for learning. If you try to do something exceptional, you must have evidence of exceptional ability. I don't consider going to college evidence of exceptional ability.
I would have done better or worse if I'd just quit after high school. So I think that's one of the silly statistics that they publish. I mean, to say that a college education is worth X because people that go to college earn this much more than the ones that don't. You're talking about two different universes, and to attribute
the entire difference to the one variable, if they went to college, as opposed to the difference between the people who want to go to college and have the ability to get into college. It's completely nutty. I could hire somebody among the top 5 graduates, number 1, 2, or 3 of the business schools, and my choice was somebody that was bright, but had chapter 8 of The Intelligent Investor. Absolutely. It just was natural to them. They had it in their bones, basically. Legal is not a complicated business. It's got to be a disciplined business. It does not require a super IQ.
Number 8 is medical and medicines, healthcare. Number 9 is ports, farmers and slave laborers, modern world slavery.
Outside of school in much more dangerous conditions than any other sector. So a child can work perfectly legally for any farmer at age 12. That child couldn't work serving the food, that he can work 10, 12, 14 hours picking.
I, as a politician, cannot survive without farmers and slave labor. But farmers and slave labor can survive without me, because they can grow food, but I cannot grow food. It is very hard work. What all people can do. The paper money is not a big deal. It is very clear, okay? According to science, the history of our planet started millions of years ago with apes, and humans were farmers and slave laborers. According to science, the history of our planet started millions of years ago with apes, and humans were farmers and slave laborers. We were all farmers and slave laborers. Number 10 is the paper money, but many countries paper money is not the number 1 economy of the country because of the world reserve currencies such as the US dollar and euros. These two currencies can only now create a huge amount of debt.
Fair deal. We have to save our country. We have $35 trillion in debt. We have to save our country.
But I want to tell you the truth. All are fake economists. Politicians never tell you the truth. Real economy. All are fake economists. The number 1 economy is on our planet farmers and slave labor. Farmers and slave labor. Without them we are nothing. Farmers and slave laborers every day saving our life. Nobody can work 18 hours a day. Farmers and slave labor are working. They are working so hard. Many people escape from hard working and they come to services and other jobs. Many people cannot do farmers and slave laborers job, producing food. Today I am a politician because somebody is growing food for me. Today I am a teacher, somebody growing food for me. Today I am engineer because somebody is growing food for me. Today I am doctors because somebody is growing food for me. Can you imagine? I have to grow food myself. You don't need to say 12 hours, 18 hours. They work 18 hours. If only tell 8 hours grow food, I cannot be a doctor, I cannot be a teacher, I cannot be a politician, etc. I cannot be anything. The history of our planet from ants to human beings has survived millions of years without education, medicine, kings, queens, government, and paper money. There was no paper money. Humans exchanged food for food. You politician, can you exchange food for food? The problem is that you have no food because you don't grow any food. You have to understand that without farmers and slave laborers, paper money has no value. Nothing is bigger than human lives. Therefore, you must save human lives to be a good human. But politicians have committed genocide all over the world, which is very sad. Whenever we can cheat farmers and slave labor, then it is called politics. Politics. Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak have changed the world. They are the real father of education. I respect them. But politicians never acknowledge this. Politicians never changed the education system. Dark Age, Stone Age education system still are using dead books. Dead books. They cannot speak. That book cannot speak. But Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak's computer technology can speak. We have website there. We can keep thousands, billions book in the website. So why do we need books? Dead books cannot speak. Why do we need books in the AI age? We should not use books anymore in the AI age to prevent scams. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you like my video, don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe our channel. Thank you very much for watching. See you again. Bye-bye.
বঙ্গবন্ধু শেখ মুজিবুর রহমানকে অশেষ ধন্যবাদ জানাই সত্য কথা ফাঁস করে দেওয়ার জন্য। তিনি বলেছেন যে যত সরকারি কর্মকর্তারা আছেন তাদের বেতন দেয় ওই গরিব কৃষক এবং শ্রমিকরাই। ওই গরিব কৃষক এবং শ্রমিকরাই সরকারি কর্মকর্তাদের সংসার চালায়।
আপনি চাকরি করেন, আপনার মায়না দেয় ওই গরিব কৃষক, আপনার মায়না দেয় ওই গরিব শ্রমিক, আপনার সংসার চলে ওই টাকায়, আমি জয় করি ওই টাকায়, আমরা ওদের টাকায় ওদের সম্মান করে কথা বলেন, ওদের ইজ্জত করে কথা বলেন, ওরাই মালিক, ওদের সংসারই চলে। বেটা করতে আসলি সরকারি কর্মচারীকে বলবো, মনে রেখো এই স্বাধীন দেশ ব্রিটিশ কলোনি নয়, পাকিস্তানি কলোনি নয়। যে লোককে দেখবা তার চেহারাটা ওর বাবার মতো, তোমার ভাইয়ের মতো, ওর পয়সা ওরাই হবে সম্মান বেশি পাবে, কারণ ওরা নিজে কামাই করে খায়। আর তোমরা কাজ করিয়া একটা কথা জিজ্ঞাসা করি আপনাদের কাছে, মনে করবেন না কিছু। আমাদের কাছে জিজ্ঞাসা করি। আপনাদের বলবো কেন, আমি তো আপনাদের একজন। আমাদের লেখাপড়া শিখাইছে কিনা? আমার বাপ মা, আমরা বলি বাপ মা। আমাদের লেখাপড়া শিখাইছে কে? আমার আজ ডাক্তারি পাস করায় কে? আজ ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং পাস করায় কে? আজ সায়েন্স পাস করায় কে? আজ বৈজ্ঞানিক করে কে? আজ অফিসার করে কে? কার টাকায়? বাংলার দুঃখী জনগণের। আপনাদের কাছে আমার জিজ্ঞাসা, শিক্ষিত ভাইরা, আপনার লেখাপড়ার খরচ দিয়েছে শুধু আপনার সংসার দেখার জন্য নয়, আপনার ছেলে মেয়ে দেখার জন্য নয়, দিয়েছে তাদের আপনি কাজ করবেন, সেবা করবেন। তাদের আপনি কি দিয়েছেন, কি ফেরত দিচ্ছেন, কতটুকু দিচ্ছেন? তার টাকায় ইঞ্জিনিয়ার সাহেব, তার টাকায় ডাক্তার সাহেব, তার টাকায় অফিসার সাহেব, তার টাকায় রাজনীতিবিদ সাহেব, তার টাকায় মেম্বার সাহেব, তার টাকায় সব সাহেব। সমাজ যেন ভুলে ভুলে গেছে। এই সমাজকে আমি চরম আঘাত করতে চাই। এই আঘাত করতে চাই যে আঘাত করেছিলাম পাকিস্তানিদের, সে আঘাত করতে চাই এই ঘুরে দেওয়া সমাজ ব্যবস্থাকে। এই ছাত্র ভাইরা লেখাপড়া আপনারা শেখেন, আমি খুশি হয়েছি আপনার নকল টকল বন্ধ করেছেন। কিন্তু একটা কথা বলবো যে আপনারা অনেকে আমি দেখেছি পেপারে, আমার খবরও পাই 1% পাস, 2% পাস, 3% পাস। শিক্ষক সম্প্রদায়ের কাছে আমার একটা আকুল আবেদন, ফেল করাবেন, নকল বন্ধ করতেছি। ঠিক আপনাদের একটা কর্তব্য আছে, ওরকমের তো বলতে পারি 2% পাস করালাম। আপনার কর্তব্য আছে যে ছেলেদের মানুষ করতে হবে। ফেল করার আপনাদের ভাবি নাই, পাস করার ভাবি আছে। রাগ করেন না, রাগ করেন না, আপনারা আবার আমার উপর রাগ করেন। বিচার, বিচার, বাংলাদেশের বিচার, ইংরেজ আমলের বিচার, আল্লাহর মর্জি। যদি সিভিল কোর্টে কেস পড়ে, সেই মামলা শেষ হতে লাগে 20 বছর। আমি যদি উকিল হই, আমার জামাইরে উকিল বানাইয়া কেসটা দিয়ে যাই, তো মামলা ফয়সলা হয় না। আর যদি ক্রিমিনাল কেস হয়, 4 বছর 3 বছর আগে শেষ হয় না। এই বিচার বিভাগকে নতুন করে এমন করতে হবে যে থানায় ট্রাইব্যুনাল করার চেষ্টা করছি আমরা, এবং সেখানে মানুষ একটা 1 বছর 1.5 বছরের মধ্যে বিচার পায়, তার বন্দোবস্ত করতেছি। আশা করি সেদিকেই হবে। বিদেশ থেকে ভিক্ষা করে আমাকে আনতে হয়, আর এই চোরের দল আমার দুঃখী মানুষের সর্বনাশ করে বা লুটতরাজ করে খাওয়ায়। এই জন্য জীবনের যৌবন নষ্ট করি নাই। আপনারা ভালো করে কাজ করেন, ঘুষ খাওয়াটা বন্ধ করেন, দুর্নীতি বন্ধ করেন। দেশে অন্ধ অন্ধ দুর্নীতি ভরে গেছে। আমি আশ্চর্য হয়েছি।